All right, so applications of Pythagorean theorem is basically talking about using real-world examples or even word problems. So usually what you want to do is you want to draw a picture to help you better understand what it's asking for and then go from there. So there's only one for this set of notes, and it says find the length of the longest pole that will fit inside a truck trailer. If we know that the truck is 6 meters by 2 meters by 3 meters. So you got to think about the truck trailer. So it's talking about like a semi, right? So a semi has a box in the back. So if you look at it, we know that it's 6 meters by 2 meters by 3 meters. And we want to know what's the longest length of a pole that can fit in there. Well, so the longest length of a pole that can fit in there goes from this corner to this corner or vice versa. So we don't know how long that pole is. So now we have to think about what does that right triangle look like. So this triangle is kind of a silly size because it actually goes from here to that length to this length. And then the right triangle is right here. So we're going to need to find the length of two different triangles. So we have triangle number, let me find a different color, number 1. And we have triangle number 2. So let's look at triangle number 1 first. We have a side length of 3 right here, right? And a side length of 6, and we need to find this side length right here. So that's going to be C. So if we have A, B, C, so 3 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. 3 squared is 9, 6 squared is 36. If we add those together, we get 45. Remember from our last lesson that in order to solve for C, we have to square root to get rid of the C squared. And if you square root on one side, you have to square root on the other. So the square root of 45 equals C. So this side length right here is square root 45. Normally, I would have you go and simplify that radical, but we're not going to do that today because you're going to end up squaring that square root of 45, so that's just an extra step we don't need to do. All right, so now let's look at triangle number 2. So we have this side length is square root of 45, and we're going to square that. And this side length is just like this one down here, so it's 2, so plus 2 squared, equals our unknown side. And that unknown side, remember, is the length of the pole. So when we square a square root, it just becomes 45 plus 4 equals C squared. So 49 equals C squared. We square root both sides, and 7 equals C. So the pole is going to be 7 feet. That is the largest pole we can put inside that the truck trailer.